everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. And guess what? We are now on week 16 of the Margarete Miller Weekly Collage Challenge. So let's go over the prompts. And let's take a look at what we have. So you go to hashtag 2025 CWP16 to see what others are doing with these prompts. And the first one is something that makes you happy, a form, text in a language foreign to you, a geometric design, something outdated, and the bonus is a sticker. Again, I am going to do all 6 of these prompts, and this is what I'm using. All of this is what I'm using. So let me go over it with you. First thing is this is the form. Let me bring it out just a little bit. This is the form that I'm going to use, and it is going to be my background. And it is also something in a foreign language because it is, or a language not familiar to me, because it is in Italian. So this is Gillespie somebody. And this looks like the Settimo Milanese. But see, you got it. It's got, so I liked this because I like these stamps and this blue stamping that's on here. So this is the form, and this is also something that is in a language not familiar to me. So let's get this down as our background and move it enough so I get that in. So I'm going to have this word right here for sure in there. A lot, you're not going to see some of this writing. You're not going to see, but you will see most of it. And so I'm just going to put this down, glue down the round here, and get this down as my background. Now, I didn't want to do the background ahead of time like I have been doing because I wanted you to see the form. And you're not going to really be able to see the form much. You'll see the stamps. That you will see. But it'll be some of the other, you won't really, I'm not sure you'll be able to tell it's a form or not. So let's get this right on down. And I am doing this early. This is actually, what is this? This is actually April the 1st. And this is going to come out, I think, not this coming Monday, which will be the 7th, but it's going to come out on the, what, the 14th? Maybe? Something like that. But anyway, I am thinking about starting it. It starts today, so I would have to do another video today to get this going. And well, you're not going to be, you'll have to go back and look if you don't happen to catch it before now. But it is called hashtag ABC April with 7 Plaza and Crafting by Tony or something Tony. I don't remember what that. Crafts by Tony, maybe something like that. Anyway, is hosting this challenge, and it's every day in the month of April. And they have assigned a letter of the alphabet to each day in April except Sundays. So you've got A through Z in order throughout, and each day you do something with the letter that is for that day. Should have waited till that dried just a little bit, because now it's got my scissors all gluey. All gluey. Yeah. Let me get some of that off. So that starts today. I am going to do my best to try to, so you can download, you can go to 7 Plaza and download the calendar with and it has a letter for each of the days. So I just went through and wrote down what I thought I'd do for each alphabet. I'm going to go ahead and take this and sand around it with my sander here. So if you haven't happened to catch those, if you're subscribed, you would get the notification probably about that. But if you haven't subscribed, then you might want to go back and take a look at those, and then subscribe so you can see all of them. So that is, along with this challenge, I'm going to try to do every day in April. I will be gone part of the time. And so I have to do them ahead of time on some of them. I will probably do that on most of them as I can. I'm not planning to do, earth-shattering things, but there are a couple of things that I want to share that I have learned recently myself, and I thought it might be fun to pass that along. Okay, so there we have our background. Now, the next thing is, well, the first thing was something that made you happy, and that would be flowers make me happy. Lots of things make me happy, so it's always hard to pick because there's a lot of things that make me happy. I'm just a happy person pretty much all the time. Always have been. Okay, so we're going to do this flower right here. That is something that makes me happy. And I cut this leaf off because I thought I was going to put it in a different direction and I needed that leaf to be gone. But here, I want this leaf to be back on here. So I need to make sure I get this in a place where I can also put this, because I don't want it to be cut off. So that would go about like that. Yes, that looks good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this down here just a little bit. Nothing's going to go under it, but I'm going to put that leaf down before I continue on because it is loose. So I'm going to do this here. So flowers make me happy. Quite honestly, crafting makes me happy. Vintage stuff makes me happy. Paper makes me happy. So I mean, there's a lot of things that make me happy. So it's kind of hard to pick something. But coming up with something that will go on this. Of course, this is a vintage receipt. Well, I say not terribly vintage, but is vintage, and it's because it's from 1991. So it is vintage. I like vintage papers. I like decorative papers. I just like everything. I'm easily pleased with most things. People want to know, what do you want for Christmas, or what do you want for your birthday, or whatever. And I'm going, I like everything. I'm pretty easy to please. And that's pretty true. So it doesn't have to be much for me to be happy with it. I have a friend who feeds my vintage paper habit. And she's been going, her husband passed away, and she's been going through paperwork and things. And he was the eclectic collector, and he he's had a lot of vintage papers and magazines and things like that, and she's been passing those along to me because she knows I will use them. Okay, so that is something that makes me happy. This is also the sticker, because this came from the antiquarian sticker book. No, excuse me, the botanical sticker book. So that goes there. Now, this is the what I'm going to call outdated, and that's rickrack. The reason I say that's outdated is because you used to see rickrack on clothing a good bit, and you hardly ever see it anymore. You might see it on children's clothing, but not often. And I'm going to use these two pieces, so I'm just going to cut them here, right there and right here. And I've had these, I couldn't even tell you how long I've had these two pieces of rickrack right here. I used to use them because I used to, I think you probably, if you've been following along with me, you know that I used to scrapbook, and I used them in scrapbooking. And so this has been in my stash forever. So I thought, I mean, I know in the 70s you saw rickrack on clothing and things. You don't see that so much anymore, or at all. I'm not sure I've even seen any in the store in forever. So I'm calling the rickrack out of date, and the rickrack is also the geometric design. So again, like I said, with this circle, this 4-inch circle deal here, I'm having to combine things because I don't have a whole lot of room to put a whole lot of things. So I have been doing them combined. My husband was just coming in and he didn't know I was recording. So I had to let him know that he needed to be quiet, please. I caught him just in time. He was headed into my craft room. Okay, so anyway, here is my outdated something. And I love this spring green right here. And I thought the multicolor would be kind of a nice little pop of color. And I wanted to put these pieces, you know, joined together. Oh, goodness, this may not stick. Let's try that again. Let's see. Yeah, it'll stick. I'm sure it will. There's very few things that art glitter glue won't stick that I have discovered. Okay, so let me get this cut off and let that dry for just a moment. And I'll get this cut off, and we'll go over the props. Let's get the glue off. That helps if I can just get the extra glue off before I start cutting on it. I know I'm out of frame, but I have to pull it to me to see where I need to cut, so I apologize for that. Okay, here we are. Let me okay, so this is my collage for this week. Hope I got it on there. I did. Okay, so let's go over the prompts. So we need something that makes me happy. That would be flowers make me happy. One of the many things that makes me happy. Let me pull you back in a little bit. There we go. So flowers make me happy. Then we needed a form, which is in the background, is this railroad form. I believe this is a railroad form, but it's in Italian, which is the foreign language that is foreign to me. So I'm not sure what this is, but this looks like railroad trade stock stamps or something like that. Anyway, so that is my form and language foreign to me. And then something outdated is the rickrack, and that is also a geometric design. And the sticker is also the flower. So this answers 2 prompts, and this answers 2 prompts. So that is my collage for this week. Let me ink that edge here just real quick, just a little bit. I just like to have that little definition around the edge, kind of finish it off. So thank you for coming. If you have just found me, thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I hope that you feel the desire to come back. If you have not found or seen the ABC, hashtag ABC April challenge, I believe that's it's hashtag ABC April 2025. And this is where I've written down, this is it right here. This is where I've written down what I'm going to do each day. It is a 30-day, well, the month of April, every day but the Sundays, and they have the alphabet spelled out for you as to what day is what thing. And if you want to participate, I'm sure they'd love for you to. Anybody can participate. Okay, so this is my collage. Please let me know what you think. Thank you for coming. If you have not visited my channel before, I appreciate you coming along. And if you think that you would like to see more from me, hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll get further videos from me. And if you care to comment, I'd love to know what you think about this collage. And if you've not watched my other videos on the Margarete Miller collages, which I have, this is my 21, 22, 22, 23, 24, maybe my fourth year of doing this, that has been recorded. Then, you can go back and see those. I have a playlist of all the Margarete Millers. So I thank you for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.